You cannot enjoy any fulfillment, any target you achieve if you don't have the ability to be present and appreciate the moment and what you already have. So if you're saying yourself, I'm not good enough, so you need to ask yourself,
Hello, Gilad. Good morning. How are you doing?
hello, I'm great. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, my pleasure. Listen, I'm really honored to have you over here on the show, and I really appreciate your time. And I could talk now, like I could do now all the talk and talk about all the amazing things you do in the world, but I'm here to hear you, and whoever is going to watch this also wants to hear you. So first, I just do want to say thank you for all the hope that you bring to the world, all the beauty that you help people, that you guide them, and many of them you also help them find their dream. Today the word dream is like this big word, and sometimes it's hard for people to move because they don't really know where to start, how to start, what is the dream, what's the next step, and then it just stays as a dream like out there, and it just stays there. So with your experience, really, I think already helping thousands of people, I would love to hear. Let's first start, like how do I, let's say I found out my dream, what do I do? How do I start? Where does everything start?
Great. So let me introduce myself. My name is Gilad Pollak, and I'm the co-founder of Project X, an international community of real estate entrepreneurs and a training program. And we do it for the last 10 years with Robert Shemin, the amazing mentor from the United States, and my partners, co-founders, Orit Nachtomi Gordon and Erez Benisti. And I'm happy to be here and talked about fulfilling dreams. And sometimes I call it to fulfill your purpose, because when the purpose is aligned with the vision and the dream, it's like you get the energy and you get the all resources you need to fulfill it. So I call it from purpose to profit. And if someone knows me, so I'm playing with words. So I usually take English word and play with Hebrew words inside. So if it's okay here in this interview to do it, so
Sure.
purpose, I can divide it to two words in Hebrew, pur, pas. Pur, it's like destiny, and pas, it's like your path. So it's like destiny path. And I believe each one have his path. My method called the four pathways. So it's like the purpose path. And in order to walk on your path, instead of take one step forward, like they always teaching us to get more information and knowledge in order to succeed and to take the step forward, I believe that you need the first step to take insight.
What does that mean? Like I want to learn, I want to go, I want to pursue my dream. Like you're saying right now, if I'm understanding it correctly, before going getting that knowledge, the people to learn from, first put that aside for a second, right? And then going inside. What does inside mean? Inside, I have so many ideas, like my head is blowing from different ideas. How do I know where to go inside?
Yeah, I call it unlearning. Instead of learning and try to understand stuff, the purpose to profit include three steps. It starts from myself and how can I become an entrepreneur, because I believe entrepreneur it's not only for business entrepreneurship tools, it's for fulfill your dreams also. So the first step is from person to entrepreneur. The second one is from entrepreneur to a power team, and then to a profitable project. And I see life as a profitable project. And when I say profitable, it doesn't mean only money. It's included skills, connections, energy, love. It's the outcome of your actions. So when I say to take step inside, it's in the beginning, a lot of people, when they come to me to coaching sessions or Project X, the training program, they don't really know what their dream. It's not so common to ask someone, what is your dream? Oh, okay, this is my dream, but I don't know how to fulfill it.
Yeah.
The problem starts with understand what is your real dream, because sometimes we automatically want to fulfill our parents' dreams, our culture, our society, community. So we want to them to be proud of us or something like that. So when I'm saying to take one step inside, is to feel what is my real dream, what I really want to fulfill in this life in general, and like in the big picture, in my vision to my life as a profitable project, and then to understand what dream I want to fulfill now, and I want to take and make it as a project, to look at it as entrepreneurship project, because I want to initiate my dream as an idea and I want it to come true. So I look at it as an entrepreneurship process. This is the uniqueness of my method, because it's not staying only in the spiritual and vision, and it's not only on the material. I want to make a lot of money. It's the combination of how to connect to the spiritual or your vision or your dreams, and how to fulfill them in the material world, in the reality. And sometimes, like in the 3 steps from purpose to profit, the second step is to collaborate with others with complementary strengths. And sometimes our vision and our dream can fulfill with others that can help us to do it. And so the first step is go inside to understand and write down what is the dream I want to fulfill. And like you said, when you go inside, there is a lot of noise. So it's like mindfulness, meditation. You need to take it easy, but to stop, because you want to sharpen your knife before you want to cut something. So you need to sharpen your mental before you start to fulfill something. So the sharpness process is to be quiet a little bit. And when all the noises is coming, it's okay. Just look at them, and you can feel inside what idea, what dream, what project you really wish to make it come true. And it's very interesting, because when you're talking about dreams and we're looking at the legend and the stories, there is a story about the genie that give you 3 wishes. 3 wishes. And it sounds so easy, to ask these 3 wishes. And I believe the genies come from the word genius. And each one of us have a genius zone inside of him, inside of himself. And the step inside is also to find in the past moments of the genius zone. These moments you felt like your time is flies, like the time is go
Like flow.
very fast, flow, yeah, like a flow moment. Your energy is high and flow instead of drained. And even if you don't get paid, you want to do it over and over again. This is like the sign, 3 sign of what is your genius zone, what is your strengths, what is your purpose. And from there, it can help you to understand, okay, I have this idea, I have this dream. I understand what is my genius zone, what is my uniqueness, my purpose, my strengths, my skills. And then we can combine it together and start to initiate a project. And we declare, I want to fulfill this specific dream. And I can reverse engineering it and understand how it's look like, when, where, what is the steps, what is the milestone, do I need other people, resources. I call it team. Team in English stands for time, energy, ability, and money. So don't only do it yourself, have a system. System in English is save yourself time, energy, and money. This is the three signs of your genius zone. So first, to understand what is your time, energy, money, resources, where you feel your genius zone, that you have all the strengths, all the power, all the energy to take action. And when you understand the project, and the project is to fulfill your dream, you can understand if you need complementary strengths, people, resources, time, energy, ability, and money. So I believe instead of lake of resources, we can put the glasses of infinity resources, endless opportunities, but you need first to understand what you really want to achieve, because even if genie is coming and give you three wishes, I'm not sure you know what the wishes you want to ask from him.
Wow, that's really beautiful. I really also love what you said. Like I loved everything, but the fact that you're telling people first, stop. Like before you go outside and get all that information, look inside because you might now pursue a whole path that is not your path. Like you said at the beginning, your mother, your father, whatever, whoever it is, but it's not yours. So I really love what you said about, going deep inside that way, when you find those genius moments and you get those wishes, you actually know what you really want to do because it comes from in you and not from outside noises. But my question, I'm sure there are people watching this now and are saying, you know, listening inside sounds great, but when I just listen inside, nothing really comes up. Like, what do you advise for people? Number one, when nothing comes up, and then from the opposite, that when they have a few dreams here, there, so it's two different type of people. So it's two different, type of answers. But I would love to hear your thoughts on those two. The people that have nothing, make believe nothing coming up, or the people that have too much and they're not sure which one is the right idea.
Amazing. So I'm going to talk about these two options, and also a few options to how to deal with that, because different people like different ways. Like people love to write down and make assignments. People love to make more vision and more visualization. And let's talk about it in the second step. The first step, if you stop and you look inside and nothing come up, I have an amazing project for you. The headline of the project, the subject, the project you want to initiate, it's discover your dream. It's one of the best dream to fulfill. It's to understand what is your dream, because there is two amazing dates in life: the date you were born and the date you understand why you were born. So for me, life is a puzzle. Paz, it's a treasure. El, it's God. So each one of us have a piece of the treasure of God. And discover, it means discover, not to invent. It's not to create. It's to discover what you already have.
Nice.
So if you don't see it, it means you cover it with trauma, with life, with anxiety, and a lot of stuff that everybody have. This is why it's a process. It's not a one-time date with yourself. It's to go out and to understand that the most important relationship is with yourself and with the universe or God. And you need to start to show up to these meetings with yourself and with God. So if you are religious, you can pray, but what is the intention in your praying? And if you are not religious, what is your beliefs about the universe, that you are part of the nature? You are not disconnected. It's so easy to us to understand, this is Wi-Fi, and if you want to battery, we can also charge it in Wi-Fi today and send information in Wi-Fi. We also a mobile human beings. but we are not connected to the Wi-Fi. We are connected to the God net, nature, universe net, and we have a lot of information and energy that we can connect to. But it's a process. You need to discover all the things that cover your real self, true self, and then when you get the new connection, reconnected to yourself, you will remember moments, you remember situations, you remember ideas that you already had in the past, but you said, this is not going to bring me money. This is no, it's not. I can't do it. You started talking about it, and your parents or your kindergarten or your teacher or your whatever. We have a lot of dreams that we are covered. So to discover it, you need to initiate a project that's called I want to discover my dream. I love this project because it is the same project as to fulfill a dream. So what I recommend is to start in this project doing different stuff, different things, and start to feel my dream is connect to music. Let's try to do something with music. My dream connect to sport. Let's try some kinds of sport. My dream is connect to people. Let's start to help people with different methods. If my dream is about, I don't know, try few first steps of ideas and start to feel, because when it's only in your mind, you can get excited or not, but when you do the step, the dream you start to discover. And it's almost the same when you find the dream. But if you have many dreams, so it's very similar. Ask yourself, what is the biggest picture, the biggest dream, and what is the smallest steps I can do to check it? It's exactly for me like a proof of concept of a startup, business idea, entrepreneurship idea. What is the smallest step I can do with minimum time, energy, money, resources to check it out? Write down the project. The project is not to discover my dream, because this is for people that don't have dreams. My first project is to choose and prioritize which dream I want to start with. And this project, it's a pilot of choosing my dream that I want to focus on. And then when I do a pilot and try for a few weeks, I have a dream to become a singer. Okay, let's take a vocal training meeting. Let's try to sing in the campfire. Let's see what is the smallest step I can do in this subject of the dream I want to choose. And let's see where I feel. You remember the 3 signs of the purpose, of the strength, of the genius zone, where I feel that time flies, energy flow, and even if I don't get paid, I want to do it. This is help you to discover, if you don't have a dream, what is your dream? And you have many dreams, which one of them you want to start to fulfill?
Wow, that's so beautiful. First, it gives many people hope. I'll start with the people, that we started with that don't necessarily think that they have a dream. You're giving them hope because you're saying, listen, my dear friends, your dream, whatever you want to achieve, it's there. You just need to discover it. Like you said, discover, move away all the noise, all the dirt. So, the gold is already there. It's there. It's in the person. So even if it doesn't come now, know it's there. And that gives a lot of hope, for people that still didn't find that dream. And I really love that. And then again, what is really nice that, today many people will think, and sometimes I'm one of them, that, we take this one action step, 2 action steps, and then we need to get a certain result. But what you're saying is, right, your goal is in you, your goal is there, your dream is there, but it's a process. It's not one time sitting like this and just staying quiet. It's a process, and it's doing it again and again, and just being in movement. Because like we said, there might be some people that have too many things in their mind, but you're saying that's the time that, right, that someone needs to move on and start taking action steps, the small action steps, and that way he'll know what is best for him. With doing all that, let's say someone, got into the silence, understand where's his genius, where's the flow, and he started focusing on something. Many times when someone has a dream, so he looks to someone like way up there that is all the way here, and he's asking himself, wait, he's all the way here, I'm right now here. How how am I supposed to do it? And wait, am I good enough? Like the question, am I good enough to do it, is a question that comes up in any field. And it's hard for a person to feel good enough when he's right now here and whatever he thinks his dream is, which is also, it's a start, but it's hard for him to move forward because wait, I'm not all the way up here. So how does someone, I don't know if he needs to dismantle that feeling, am I good enough to take that next step? Like what does someone do if he has that feeling, wait, I'm not good enough to pursue this dream. There are other people that they're way better than me and they should do it, but I want to, but I'm not good enough.
Great question and very universal feelings and in a story. Uh, for telling the truth, you will always have it if you compare yourself to others, because there is an endless road to perfection, to mastery of something. So there will be always someone that's better than you. But when you start to chasing your future self, it changes everything. It's a mindset. When you start to compare yourself to your future self or past self, you will see that when you create a goal, when you create a target, there is a new way that's born. You created that. You choose a target, you choose a goal. Now there is a way. The way is the real goal, is the real target. If you are not have the skills to be present in the present, you will not get anywhere because you will always want to be there. It's funny because in Hebrew, I call it shampoo. Shampoo, you wash your hair. In Hebrew, sham, it's there, and po, it's here. So I call it shampoo. It's
Right.
the trap that most of the people are trapping when they want to be there instead of to be here. So imagine yourself, if you want to go and climb the steps to your future self, if you're not fully accepted the step you are step on, you will not have the stability, the balance to go and take the next step forward. So it starts with the ability, the skills, practice, acceptance.
Wow,
In
that's
Hebrew, you say the richest guy is someone that appreciate what he is already have. It doesn't mean that you don't need to wish for new stuff or to be ambitious, but you cannot enjoy any fulfillment, any target you achieve if you don't have the ability to be present and appreciate the moment and what you already have. So if you're saying yourself, I'm not good enough, so you need to ask yourself, good enough compared to who? If it's outside, it's the ego. And if you want to compete the ego, I wish you good luck. The ego is not here to beat him. It's not a competition. He's here to help you to survive. That's it. You need to lead him to thrive, but this is your job. So you're not supposed to fight him. You're supposed to listen to him and to take uh, the choice if you want to listen to him or not. But you are the leader. So if you compare yourself to others, I wish you good luck. You will not get anywhere because you are not present, you are not appreciate what you already have, and you're not in acceptance. But if you don't feel good enough, I will ask yourself, are you better than yesterday? No. Practice.
Wow.
You practiced. Now you are better than yesterday? Yes. Good. How many time, energy, and money you invest in it? This will be the speed. This will be the timeline of the process.
Hi, I hope this video is serving you. I just want to share with you that my belief in life is that you are here to serve a purpose greater than yourself. But in order to do that the best way, you must start with investing in yourself. Enjoy the rest of the video.
If you invest 1 hour, don't be surprised that you get the result of 1 hour. And again, it's not the time, it's the quality of the energy, of the intention. There is Janet Atwood, there is an author and a mentor lady. She's talking about the passion test. I really recommend this book, and it's talking about also to find your purpose and dream and passion and to fulfill it. And she's talking about 3 steps to create a reality. The first one is put the intention. The second one is pay attention to the thing that happened when you set your intention, and then no tension. No tension means trust. Fulfillment process, it's like agriculturing. It's like putting a seed in the ground and to be very curious to understand what is the conditions in need to grow. So you learn information, you learn from other people that grew these seeds, and you accept you're supposed to get a fruit from the same seed you put. If you put the mango seed, you will get a mango tree, a mango fruit. So when you put the seed, you call it in Judaism, we call it ishtadlut. Ishtadlut means that you're doing 100% commitment to do whatever it needed, so you will find the right condition for the seed. You put the water, you put the ingredient, whatever it's needed. But still, your 100%, it's 50% from the process. There is the nature, there is God, there is creator, there is like the universal intelligence that take the DNA and with the right condition will make it grow. So it's not only the material, it's also the intention and the trust. If you every few days start to dig in and look, oh, the seed is not growing,
Yeah, it doesn't work.
you ruin the process. You ruin the process. I'm not good enough. You are not good enough. It's like you always take the seed you to understand what is the conditions I need to bring, what is the actions, what is the information, who can help me with that to make it grow. I have full trust that it's a process and it will happen, but I need to be curious and in trust. But if I'm stopped and say myself, I'm not good enough, okay, you're not good enough compared to yourself, okay, where you want to be? You want to be here, okay. What is the realistic process? What are the skills, resources you need to do? So it will become a fulfillment process. There is a method that's called a stimulus reaction or stimulation respond method. I call it the survival mode. And it's fight, flight, and freeze. This is how the old brain, like the, I don't remember the name, that is like automatic pilot reaction. What I'm talking about is to stop instead of reaction. Reaction, it's like recycling an old action.
Yeah.
It's to take action, but you need to change the fight, flight, and freeze and turn it into the 3F of thrive mode: fulfillment, freedom, and flexibility. So if you find yourself tell yourself, I'm not good enough, it means you are fighting with the process, or maybe you want to flight from it, or you get freeze and don't take action. Stop. You are in survival mode. How can you turn it into a thrive mode? Bring more flexibility, acceptance, patience, freedom of choice. Stop and look, how can you choose what you want to do now? And fulfillment. Stop and ask yourself, this is one of my purpose, strengths, genius zone? If not, it will be harder. So this is the 3F of thriving, of thrive mode that I'm the summarize of all what I already talked in the last half an hour.
Wow, that's so beautiful. I'm trying to think like where to put the emphasis, but everything was like so beautiful and so great. I think those, it's like really golden nuggets that people need to practice. What I do really, love about what you said all through the way, but you mentioned a few times acceptance, and also the beginning you said like do whatever you need to do, like that first step, and with the minimum, whether it's money, whether it's people, effort, but just start. There's this saying today, burn the boats. And what you're saying is basically try, like you're saying, it's not necessarily the time, it's your mindset. When you do whatever you do you have that flow? Do you have that fulfillment? Do you have that flexibility? So I really like what you said, that it's a step-by-step process. And mainly you said this so many times, the acceptance part, because if we don't have that trust also that you mentioned along the way, that whatever needs to happen in our 50% will do, but then there's much more than that, call it God, call it nature, whatever you want. So if you don't have that trust in the process, like you mentioned so many times, and the acceptance, because things will happen that we don't necessarily like, so it would be much more challenging. I really love what you said, everything, and I think people, and I would love to see your last thought on this. Is there like, do you think people should now do something like this, all these practices that you gave? And I always recommend this: focus on the first step. Don't try doing everything in one time. It will never work. But when people do this, do you think there's like a certain time frame? Okay, I should try this for a month and stop? Or you're saying always process, like you said, the beauty is the process and not the goal. Well, you say in different words, but so I'm saying, is there like a time frame? Okay, I should try this, or always continue in movement?
There is a theory that talk about 21 days. And I heard about another theory. It's very interesting. And it's that after 21 days, you start to get an exit options. You get inside doubts and starting to ask questions. This is for me. And it's supposed to be part of the survival mode that can help you to go out from something that is not good for you and you are not noticed. So it's going to happen for sure after about 21 days of trying new thing, proof of concept of dream ideas, that from yourself or maybe from the outside supposed to come doubts. This doubt is for you, it's not against you.
Wow.
But you are in the trust junction, in the T junction. Go, no go. It's like business, it's like startups, the same with dreams. After 21 days, go, no go. If it's go, okay, now let's see what works and scale it up. What doesn't work, let's change it. But what is the toughest question? It's not science, it's more like the art of asking question, asking the right question, or the art of making choices. These doubts, these pains, this hard work I feel, this is lead me to where I want to go. I'm in the right way. This is good for me. Or I feel this doubt, pain, and hard work because it's a sign that I'm not in my way. It's not an easy one. There is no like right answer, but this is the time again to stop and imagine again, what is the vision? What is the picture? What is the result I want to get? What is the reality I want to create? And if I imagine it and I feel, okay, I want it. Even if I feel pain, it's not pain that's going to harm me. I'm not going to injure it. The doubt, thanks for the doubt. It can help me to make me more accurate, more focused. And if it's hard work, okay, how can I make it more efficient and sharpen my knife, sharpen my mental, and so I can be more efficient and the energy will be in better quality. But I go, I make the commitment, and the next commitment, I believe that we need to make an agreement in like 3 steps, but this is for different interview. I call it how to make the partnership. The first step is pilot. The second one is collaboration. The third one is partnerships. So it's the same how to partnership with yourself to fulfill a dream. Start with pilot, then a collaboration, and then like the partnership and take it all the way 10 years to understand what is the result you can get. So first step, about 9 months. Second step is about 3 to 5 years. The third one is 10 years and more.
Wow.
This is like for big project, yeah.
Wow, that's so beautiful what you meant, like the movement, the reflection, and building it step by step that you said all along the way. Everything you said now is amazing. The value that you provided is so hopeful. And what I would recommend people, like I said just a few minutes ago, there's so much gold in everything you said now, but don't try to take everything in one time, whatever Gilad said, and try to do like if you do now nothing, don't try to do everything because it just won't work. So just listen again to this interview, listen to what Gilad said, take those few steps that, okay, now I'm focusing on this and I'll do this. Then that, like every time build it up more and more and more. Then when you build a strong structure, a strong base, so then now you could build a big home, a nice, big, strong home. But you can't do that without building that structure. So Gilad, I really appreciate everything you said, all the great value and wisdom. Thank you very much. I know your time is really precious and you need to move on with the day. So I'm really looking forward for the next time. And just last thing, is there a place people can find you? You or the project?
Yeah, in Facebook, if there is links here, I will put links, and also I can put some PDF with like the 3 steps from purpose to profit if it can help them, and link to my social channels.
Amazing, amazing. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much again.
Thank you
Hopefully
very
see you
much,
soon.
Yair.
We'll be in touch.
See you soon.
I hope you enjoyed the video and you got some tools to overcome your challenges and light your path. For us to help other people, please press that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget that the most amazing things in life are the one you take for granted.